Black Americans feel betrayed
by Africans? I think to a certain extent. I think historically, one of the problems with Black Americans is that they still haven't accepted that they're just American now. You know, because in the U.S. it's like you're African American, you're this American, you're that American, and our relationship with the idea of being African or African descent has always had, like, I think, mixed feelings for a lot of Black Americans, because Africa has always been portrayed, you know, to the west of the world in a certain way.
No, let's talk about the real reason they prioritize American content. Number one, y'all always in our fucking business. Number two, y'all are always in our fucking business. Number three, y'all want to be like us. Come on, let's call a fucking spade a spade. Number four, y'all bite off our shit. Y'all just fucking little mini sons of us. And yeah, I'ma say it, yeah, I'ma start some shit, I don't care. Cause y'all some fucking haters. Y'all some fucking American xenophobic haters. Fuck you.
For your information, we Africans don't want to be like you Americans. We don't want to be like you. Forget about the few people who want to go to America and live the American dream, whatever, in quotes. American dream, my foot. We don't want to be like you. We don't want to go to school with a bulletproof bag. We don't want to drop our kids off in school and be so scared all day, being so afraid for their safety in school. Because you know what? Any junkie American can just go into the school and start right? And I checked your profile and I saw that you are a police officer, and that's quite disturbing, because for a police officer to come and rant about other people that they want to be like Americans, and there are other videos where you were attacking Africans, South Africans, and saying that who are they, like you don't care about South Africans, you don't care about Africans. And when I check, have you looked at yourself in the mirror? You're black, you're African. Whether you are born in America or whatever, anywhere you go, people will see you and know that you have African genes in you. Your ancestors are Africans. So what are you going to do about that? And in America, there is police brutality, and you are one of the police who are brutalizing people. You know, you are so brainwashed that you see yourself as a white person in a black skin. You know, maybe you should identify as someone who is trapped in the wrong body, the wrong color, the wrong complexion, right? You don't want racism, but you always complain about Black Lives Matter, racism, Karens, but you are doing Karens to Africans. You are the Karens, the black Karens to Africans. So what is this? What are you talking about? For the most part, we Africans, we are respectful, we are hospitable, and we are hustlers. All we want is just to have a better life for ourselves, right? And you are out here dragging Africans, dragging everyone that they want to be like Americans. I mean, the TikTok ban was really necessary. We were all hoping that other people will be seen, right? We don't want to see Americans like you. You know, you just come here, you rant, you insult people, no valuable content, no substance in your content. You're always dragging people, insulting people, bashing people, and for the most part, you're bashing Africans. You're bashing Africans. You're African. Do you know that? Let me tell you, you're African. Deal with it. You are African, and there's nothing you can do about that. Because in America, they know you as Black American. Why do they use black in front of your American? Because that's your tag. You live with it, you die with it. You were born with it, you die with it. Deal with it and leave Africans alone. Get out of our business. We don't care. We don't care about Black Americans. Let's all just live our lives and thrive. What's your problem with Africans? Like, I've seen a lot of you Black Americans. Retarded. All you have is the accent. I wanna. What can you offer to be a police officer? What more can you do apart from being a police officer? And I feel like people have to pay more attention to you. They have to find you, because you being on the street as a police officer is a threat to human life. You are not there as a law enforcement officer. You are there as a racist law enforcement officer. You are there as a xenophobic law enforcement officer. This is dangerous. This is not safe. They have to take that uniform away from you. And if you're ready for combat, why did you block your videos so that people cannot share, people cannot download, people cannot stitch, people cannot do it? Why? Leave the video open. Leave your comment section open. Let's deal with you. You are such a disgrace to the black race. No matter where you are born, your ancestors are from Africa. I'll keep telling you all these Black Americans on here. These AAs. I don't know what's wrong with you all, but you will get it. You will definitely get it. Soon you get it. I'm African and I'm proud as an African. You know, when I meet people, oh, where you from? I'm from Africa. Deal with it. Or get lost. I don't need you. Why do you feel that I need you? I don't need you. I don't need anything from you. I am African. Go your way. I go my way. I do my shit. That's why you cannot stand Africans who come to America and are thriving and are working so hard. They are not coming to America to come and cry racism. Nah. They're coming to America to come and hustle and look for a greener pastures for them. Why are they coming to cry racism? You spend all your time crying racism, crying Black Lives Matter, blah, 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 blah. You forget to focus on yourself, to build yourself. And when Africans come and build themselves, become successful and thriving, it becomes a problem to you. You cannot stand that. You're jealous.
To be honest, when I saw that particular video, it was quite disturbing. Do you know why it was quite disturbing? Because this particular lady is actually a police officer in the US, and it's bad. Is that bad? You understand what I'm trying to say? Because it simply means that the way she carries her videos and come up plainly to talk about Africans, like you can see the hatred inside of her. You can see the hatred burning. You can see the racism face to face with her. You know, a lot of people come and be like, oh, it's only white folks that have racism on the blacks and the rest of that. Is a lie. The black folks also have racism. And you see this police officer, like this lady stated, not because I'm African, right? She don't need to be in that position. Her uniform needs to be taken. Because honestly, it simply means if eventually she see any African person close to her, she can do the undo. Just search for this lady and go to her videos and see how toxic, irritating, and disgusting her videos are. I asked myself several questions. Why do we keep fighting each other? What are we even fighting for? I don't owe you. You don't owe me. You don't like me? Fine. Keep it to yourself. Don't rub it to my face. Anyways, let's not go outside the topic, because in this topic today, we are going to be uncovering a whole lot of hidden truths of why the Americans or the Africans think the way they think. Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's Sonia and I'm back again with another mind-blowing video. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are fine. Hope you guys are good. If it's the first time tuning in, do it, subscribe, like this video, drop me a comment, and lastly, do not forget to share. Thank you so much for 1,500 subscribers. I really appreciate. I do not take you guys for granted. If you have not subscribed, please hit on that subscribe button. To every single person coming back to watch my videos, I do not take you for granted. God super bless you. I love you. Anyways, I'll go ahead and roll out some clips for you guys so that some of these truths can actually be uncovered, and then I'll be back with commentaries. So let's go there, guys.
This whole Afrikaners thing, moving to the United States or seeking refugee status, has had me so perplexed all day, and I just thought of something. You know how when we speak about systemic or institutionalized racism here in America, white people tell us, if you stop talking about it, it'll just go away. You black people are just perpetual victims. Nobody who is alive today is suffering from anything that had to do with slavery, anything that had to do with systemic racism. All you got to do is work hard, pick yourself up by the bootstraps, essentially. But when it's a person of a certain hue and they're claiming racism, it's taken seriously. So serious that they're being chartered across the world from another country and given a care package. So you mean to tell me that there are millions of Americans who are severely disadvantaged, can barely afford rent, don't have $400, $500 to their name for an emergency, but we have the funds and the wherewithal to fly some white people over into our country and give them essentially reparations? Bitch, you gotta be joking. And I'm just gonna say this, it's either one or two things that's allowing this to happen. One, Elon Musk has something insane over Donald Trump's head, and Donald Trump is afraid for this information to come out. And I would go as far to say that it probably has something to do with this most recent election. Remember, Elon knows the voting computer so well. Or two, they're gonna begin ushering white people from around the world, regardless of their nationality, because they see the declining birth rates. No one is going to be able to convince me that this was not a racist white nationalist move by this current administration.
Since they're so mad, let's make them even madder. Let's spin back to what I said last year, because I don't know what happened to my video, but here it is again. The way that Black America treats Africans is completely uncalled for. Whether it's Nigerian, South African, whatever brand of African you are, the way that you are treated in America by your skin folk, who clearly are not kin folk, is ridiculous, and I'm talking about it. Yes, I'm gonna talk about it. You laugh at the food, you laugh at the accent, you making foo-foo, get the line jokes, laughing at foo-foo, talking about the food is nasty. First of all, your taste buds in America, a lot of the stuff in America that we eat is banned in other countries. African food is not nasty. They're not funny looking. And all of that go get the line jokes and, you know, making a noise every time you see them, that's childish. Because had you been not taken from that land, had all of us still been left there, we would all still be speaking the same language. And you know it's true. That's why you got so mad the first time. I bet you don't do nothing to this video. Whether you African American, you have African parents who came here, and you know, whatever, since they want to say. And that's another thing. Anytime, now they will claim our lineage, they'll claim native lineage, they'll claim every other thing. But when you say some of y'all came from Africa, they get so mad, like you really just called them the N-word, and you did. When they hear the word Africa, they think, did you just call me the N-word? They treat it the same way. Africa is a beautiful place to live, and Africa is probably the only place that you can go and start over and be accepted, treated like kings and queens. So not too much on Africa. The African disrespect by Black America needs to stop. And yes, I'm talking about it. Clock that.
I'm a Black American, and I know for a fact that my ancestors came from West Africa. It's sad to see how much hate Africa gets. So why are you calling yourself Black American and not African American, or just West African, first and foremost? Second of all, claiming where you're actually from, where your lineage is from, and where you were born doesn't mean that you hate anything or anybody. That's like me being born in Brooklyn, New York, and someone saying, no, you're originally from California, because of the stories that I heard from 500 years ago. The white people that absolutely hates our guts, that oppressed us, that redlined us, that raped us, that ate us, that stole from us, that lied to us. We see them in videos lying on us clear as day. You really think they're going to give you a clear depiction of what history actually is? Okay. And people saying, no, you're not from Brooklyn. You're from California. You from Inglewood. Like, huh? The indigenous people in Sentinel Island, they're jet black. They've never been colonized. Indigenous people all over the world were deeply melanated, first and foremost. Second of all, they're super, super dark. People can't even get on that island because they go in the war. They killing them dead as soon as they try to set foot on that island. Now, if they were to be colonized by fake clear folk missionaries, do you think that those clear folk will go over there and tell them people that they're African when they've been over there for we don't even know how long? Because you can't even really study those people like that. But that's their homeland. That's where they're from. Or what about the Pacific Islanders? Pacific Islanders look a lot like us. A lot. The people from Fiji, the indigenous folk over there look a lot like Black Americans. Like, now, are they forced to call themselves African Phoenician? Do y'all go to Jamaica and say you're African Jamaican? Do y'all go to Barbados and say you're African Barbados? I don't even know how you say it. Was it Bajan? Y'all don't do that to anybody but Black Americans. It's very ironic. And then to say that it's hate, because literally I'm saying all of my ancestors, I knew my great-great-grandmother. She's never told me anything about coming from Africa. All of the stories she told me, they all was in the South, originated from the South. Her mother from the South, their mother from the South. Nobody was ever got off a boat. And wouldn't there be some type of folklore, some type of proverbs that even the Africans, the West Africans will be passing down, warning their children of the white man that comes on a boat and kidnaps them by the millions? How come we never read no story about that from the Africans or heard no proverbs about that from the Africans? Believe what you want to believe. You said you know, so I'm going to guess that you've done your genealogy the right way, which is through the paper trail, like going to the Library of Congress, looking up birth certificates and death certificates. Now, if you've done that and you've traced your lineage back to West Africa, kudos to you. Claim who you are, rep your set, but don't be manipulative. Don't try to gaslight and emotionally manipulate other people because they don't identify the same as you. That's okay. We can all be different. Black people were all over the world at one point.
Told me to chime in on this South African beef with the American Black individual. Look, let me tell y'all something. Black America are envied. We're envied. Across the whole world, we're envied. People hate what they don't understand, but they also hate what they can't be. So a lot of people fight and they claw and they literally put in all this effort to be who they are not. We don't have to do that. Like, we are uniquely crafted. Everybody across the world wants everything that we do. Whatever we put our hands to, it prospers. Whatever we put our hands to, it succeeds. Whatever we communicate, whatever we put out there, everybody starts jumping on it. We have a key and everybody hates it. So look, this is nothing new. South Africa is acting just like the rest of the world. South Africa is acting like the Europeans. South Africa is acting like the Chinese. South Africa is acting like the Australians. South Africa is acting like South America. South Africa is acting like Canada. They're acting like everybody in the world who see what we do and start jocking. I don't have any hatred towards anybody who see what we do, love what we do, and accept it. The issue is that after they identified that down in Louisiana, they had a parade or something like that called the Zulu Parade, South Africa just blew up, mad, angry. And they stopped talking about the parade and start talking about all the things they hate about us. They talked about how we were put in slavery, how we get unalived by police officers here in the United States and all this other stuff. So they got real diabolical. And they let us know that it was stemmed from something more than just the Zulu thing. There's some envy. We went through some of the most treacherous situations and still here. Our ancestors, the individuals that they traded off We made it. We're still here. And despite the odds, despite all the things that were stacked up against us, all the redlining, all the tape, blowing up our civilizations, all that stuff, despite all of it, we're still here. Put us in any field, industry, or profession, we're successful. We have plants, co-ops, espionage is happening in our communities, and we're still successful. Regardless of how all these individuals see us, they jocking. They want what we possess. Whenever there's envy and strife, all these other things creep in. What we really need is a level of unity. What we really need is us coming together and saying, hey, this is what we do. This is how we do it. South Africa, what do you think happened? Like, you trade people, sell people off to the United States. You think we don't have any culture? Don't think we have any connection to the diaspora? Yeah, just because you live on the continent doesn't mean that we don't have any investment in that continent or the culture. Look, the beef with South Africa is wild. Most cases, the term South Africa is in our mouths because we over here blasting Elon Musk, doing all this crazy stuff in our government branches, creating havoc right here in the United States. And so when we talk about South Africa, most of y'all are represented by Elon. Y'all ain't even on the radar like that with us, man. We ain't even coming at y'all like that. In fact, we will accept virtually anybody. We'll love on them, we'll support them, we'll lift them up, we'll educate them, we'll cultivate them, we'll build them up, we'll strengthen them, we'll give them food, we'll put clothes on their back. We are the most caring, cultured individuals on this planet. The term black means the absorption of all light, meaning that we can receive every variation of man because that's who we are. We support people. We love people. Like, lay off the beef. If y'all want to lock in with us. Lay off the beef. If y'all want to socialize with us, man. Start conflict with somebody else. Y'all talking about unaliving us. There's so many individuals being unalived right there in South Africa, and the data says it. Like, don't talk about slavery when y'all been doing it to y'all own people. Some of y'all are the reason why we're here. Did it to our ancestors. So let's not talk about slavery. Let's not talk about unaliving individuals by policing, because that's the same stuff y'all dealt with. We're a little bit more similar than what you think. So when a parade pop off and we're honoring a culture, man, just respect that. Yeah, we look a little different and we do things a little bit more differently, but our culture is what the world thrives off of. Our spending power is what the world thrives off of, especially right here in these United States. When you talk about consumers, when you talk about individuals who are able to be crafty, when you talk about individuals who can go into the marketplace and produce, when you talk about athleticism, when you talk about all these different dynamics, you talk about the African American, the black man and woman. We honor our African brothers and sisters. It's just odd that we're experiencing this kind of kickback from South Africa over a parade. Y'all, let's get real.
You see that some black Americans still have the atom of truth inside of them. They still have. You can see from the video. They will be like, the way black Americans treat Africans is uncalled for. It's uncalled for. Why? Why the hate? Why? I'm not the cause of your problem. I'm not the cause of your tariffs. People that you're supposed to face, you're not facing them. But you leashed on Africans. And I keep saying it, the problem we have as Africans is because we have this competitive spirit that if we go to a particular place, we must survive. No matter how bad it is, we must strive. There is no country you will go to that you will not see African citizens there. 99% of Africans come to US because they are looking out for greener pastures. They just want to survive. Why? Because of bad governance, because of bad economy, and because of every single thing. But right now, the same economic that was really rated high in the US, where are we now? A lot of US citizens are also suffering. A lot of US citizens are also going through a lot. So by the time I keep seeing these African Americans back and forth battles, it's quite sad. And people that will be doing this are black Americans that will just come and ignite the light and then go back to the corner and relax for Africans and black Americans to start hitting their head. I don't know if it's your retention. I don't know what the real issue is. But I can tell you, if Africans leave American, the economy is going to suffer more. Because just check the small immigrants that are not available. How many of them are ready to go and pick? I get the fact that some Africans overdo things and rub it to the face of these black Americans as if these black Americans are lazy. And of which I keep saying it in my video, black Americans are not lazy. They are one of the most hard-working people. But when do we start embracing each other? This video is for educational purpose, right? This video is not bringing out unseen or seen battles. This video is for us to talk. It's for us to relate in the comment section and settle our differences. Do we need this? We don't need this. Our skin color is the same. Our hair type is the same. The only 99% difference is that you speak and I speak the normal way I speak. And that's because I'm African. I'm proud to be an African, right? And I know that you're proud to be a Black American. But the question still remains, what is the hidden truth that have not been said? Because apart from me hearing, oh, they're taking off all the bread shop, we're going to boycott. Apart from me hearing they overdo, they call us lazy, they call us this, what else is the problem? Anyways, let's go back, roll out the remaining clips I have for you guys. Then I'll be back with commentaries.
No. Let's talk about the real reason they prioritize American content. Number one, y'all always in our fucking business. Three, y'all want to be like us. Come on, let's call a fucking spade a spade. Number four, y'all bite off our shit. Y'all just fucking little mini sons of us. And yeah, I'ma say it. Yeah, I'ma start some shit. I don't care. Because y'all some fucking haters. Y'all some fucking American xenophobic haters.
Imagine going on a tangent while you prove exactly our point. Main character syndrome is real, and some of you suffer a lot from it. And it's not rocket science that America as a country has heavily politicized themselves on the rest of the world because they are inherently imperialistic. You would know this, but you choose not to. But instead you go on this tangent about how we hate Americans, we hate you guys, we want to be you, we don't want any of that. Look at the state of the United States of America and look who's leading your country. We don't want that.
Look, I'm about to not mind my business, but I don't care. I am so enjoying this beef. I don't know what happened. I don't know why y'all Americans went to do that to yourselves. But now the war between Africans and Americans right now, what is going on? Why did you guys go do that to yourselves? Why did you Yo, these Africans are coming for y'all. Obviously, I'm not American. I'm Canadian, but yo, y'all started something that I don't think you were ready for. And there was no purpose to start that. There was no purpose. Excuse me, I just ate. Your girl is digesting. I wish it was African food, no lie. Okay. But yo, the Africans are not holding back in the comments to die for. Like, to die for. My best part is, funny enough, Americans are no longer African Americans. Like, y'all are no longer African Americans. What happened to the African in your American? What happened to that? I never understood the African American thing that Americans like to call themselves when they're literally Black American, but whatever. I'm not gonna get into it. Like I said, I'm not African, but you know what? I am enjoying this beef right there. Y'all went and poked the wrong bear. Y'all went and poked the wrong bear, and I'm here for all that. See, I'm here for all of it. Y'all, when you guys see a video, an African reply to an American, or stitching something not very smart that an American says, go in the comments. Go live your best life in the comments. You will not regret it. Y'all went to poke the wrong bear. Wap kon George. Wap kon George. Wap cherche problem. Wap kon George. Y'all should have just leave them people alone. Leave their food alone. Leave their braiders alone. Just leave them alone. Y'all enjoyed the cheap price for the braids, no? Now y'all wanna... Americans, only you would do something like that. I'm here
for Black people, right? So if you're not Black, you could just keep scrolling. Or if you want to just be nosy, you could just sit here. But what do y'all call yourself? Do you call yourself Black, African American? What? Because I was just watching this video, right? You know, it was this white dude talking about Black people and Black culture and all the rest of that stuff, right? And in the comments, the girl was like, "Thank you so much for not calling us African Americans." And I was like, and she had a lot of likes to that, and I didn't understand that at all. I mean, I am very much Black, and I'm very much African American, so I didn't understand what the problem was. So somebody help me, inform me. And look, for the record, I know my nationality is American. I know my ethnicity is African American. And I know my color is Black. So I had those three things. I just want to know what y'all...
So you're calling me a xenophobic because I don't want other groups of people coming inside my culture, pushing their narratives and their own people inside of something that was started for Black Americans, like the Essence Festival. I mean, shit. If that's the case, you might as well call me the xenophobic king. Because listen, I believe in elite division. I believe in separation, delineation, all of that. This whole narrative that Black people got to all come together as one collective group, don't nobody do that shit. So I don't know why they trying to enforce it on us. Look at Asia. The Japanese don't like Chinese. There's no problem. They respect each other's culture. You motherfuckers don't know respect and get mad when you get called out for it. Listen, I'm not no Pan-Africanist, and I don't believe in everybody being one. But if there is one story from Africa or one leader from Africa that I do admire, or I do like his teachings, it's Shaka Zulu. If you paid attention to Shaka Zulu and his story, he believed in division. He understood that all skin folks ain't kin folks. And he led with that. And while everybody thought he was crazy for thinking that other tribes of blacks weren't one group of people and everybody had their own agenda, when he died, sooner or later, they came to find out that the fall of the empire came from bringing all groups of people inside their tribe. See what I'm saying? So as a black American, I'm taking that same teaching, taking that same example, and then applying it to my people. Don't let all the motherfuckers in here. Not all of them deserve to be here. So call it what you want. Xenophobic, racist, prejudice, all that shit. I'm all of it. We here now. The delineation is here. Whether you want to call yourself FBA, ADOS, it's happening. And don't feel bad because these other groups of people, they're not coming to America to help us. They're coming to America to do what they did at Essence Festival, which is take over the things that we started, the things that we built, and they want a part of it. They just want to take. See what I'm saying? But haven't you noticed everything that they touch that we built, it starts to fall apart? Right. So we got to be like Shaka Zulu.
Do not trust no African. At this point, I do not know who need to hear this, but African nationals, do not trust them. I always give African nationals the benefit of the doubt, and they always proving me wrong in one way, shape, or form. Why African nationals are here talking about they're glad their ancestors sold slave? They're glad their ancestor sold them by the ship. They're so proud that the ancestors sold the useless ones. What the fuck you on the internet talking about? If you're arguing with FBA, talk about FBA bullshit. Why you telling people that? And you want to see how much likes these pussy will get. You want to see how much likes they get. And I'm sure it's other African liking those bullshit, because there's no one from the Caribbean or the South America or the North America in their right mind, or Europe that are in the Arabs who will get sold in their right mind to like those videos. So I know all those thousands of likes, I know it's African liking it. African. I'm not saying you won't have exception, but right now, I'm saying do not trust no African at all. They're willing to sell you out for a buck. They're willing to sell you out for $1. Not saying no other one don't sell you out, but trust me, someone on here glorifying what their ancestor did by selling slave. Selling someone to another race to control their own flesh and blood. Are you coming here in this modern time, knowing all the history, telling me you glad your ancestor do that? Yo, go suck on the mother. You are not different from FBA. You are the same thing as you are worse than FBA. You are 100 times worse than FBA. Shame on you. Shame on you for overreaching. Why are you talking about FBA and you overreaching like that? You're talking to everybody else who are involved in the slave trade, which is over several dozen countries. So, next time, all me have to say, learn from my experience. Me have experience with African nationals, and I'm telling you, do not trust them. They're materialistic to the max. They're more materialistic than you in a more wealthier country. That me I tell you. You see, African nationals, they're more materialistic than you who is in a wealthier country than where they're coming from. So, for example, someone coming from a place that the chance of you making $1,000 is like 1 in a trillion, is the same, and you come from a place that the chance of you making $1,000 is probably 1 in 1,000. Yeah, they come here and materialistic more than you. When I say materialistic, they value material things more than you. They look at everything in dollars. They count everything in dollars. They put money over you. When you talk to them girls and all that, they always wonder what you do, money and all that, money wise and all that. Do not trust no African, yo. And the reason why I make this video is because some pussy will come on the internet getting thousands of likes talking about they're glad their ancestors selling slave. And
anyways, guys, welcome back. So I did some research and here we go. For a long period of time, there has been a long existing history of an unforgettable and a silent raging rift between African and African Americans, or Afro-Americans, as some now refer it. It should be noted that the relationship between these two races can never be erased or forgotten, even though there seems to be a discouraging high level of historical ignorance or lack of in-depth understanding, especially among the newer generation of both races. The connection between African and African Americans goes quite a long way prior to the era of slavery, which I believe warrants a brief strip down memory lane to refresh some existing knowledge on the subject. we begin to look at the words. We believe race ideas about the difference in human color was developed during the era of African slavery. He believed up until the 18th century, Africans were generally positive people who engaged mostly in farming and cattle bearing. They had industries, arts, and crafts, commerce, and an existing of governments. After invading Africa, the Europeans realized Africans were better farmers and laborers and immune to several diseases, which were perfect attributed in high demand within the colonies toward at the time. The colonists understood they need the power and strength of Africans to meet their demands, and as such, they developed the idea of transporting them across Europe and America, which was then referred to as the New World, knowing they would have no means of escape or return. According to the U.S. History website, the Portuguese began the first slavery trade arrangement in 1472, which was an influx of over 11 million Africans into America. 11 million Africans into America, and across a few European nations as slaves. Africans slave trading became a lucrative business avenue among the Portuguese, Spanish, and Dutch, and after North America was colonized by Europeans. There were vast land in their need of labor, which led to the purchase of the first permanent African slave from Dutch in 1690. Due to their physicality and agricultural ability, the slaves proved to be high productive on the farm, where they mostly cultivate cash crops ranging from sugar, rice, and tobacco. They went on the deckings until the anti-slavery movement began, which subsequently led to the Civil War in 1860 by President Ibrahim Lincoln on September 22, 1862, and an adoption of the 13th Amendment of the Institution in 1865, which outlawed the slave trade practice. After the abolition of trade slave, issues of race got more intensive due to more acceptance of Black people, and has since become the central point of human attention, interaction, and relationship. They constituted the major form of human identity, a discouraging phenomenon that still gallantly exists in our world. The creation and addition of a new race in form of African American started a new chapter in human existence and history, which has led to a whole new level of fisty societal restructuring, rebalancing, and rearrangement till date. Although, whenever issues relating to racial differences arise, most people would mostly always refer to the forever existing tense-filled relationship between African Americans and the white race. But not so many could consider the possibility of any discord between other races, most especially African and African Americans to this end. Let me just pause here. Be it you are Black American, you accept it or you do not accept it, there is a trace of an African lineage or an African blood in you. A lot of Black Americans have also been able to own up to the truth and said, yes, we might not call ourselves African Americans, we might call ourselves Black Americans, but we still have something relating us and something binding us together. And the earlier Africans and Black Americans realize this, the better for us. Let's live like one. Let's embrace each other. Let's not make some of these white folks, white community to come laugh at us. It's not making sense. We are one. Let's embrace each other as one. I cannot see a Black American woman and then start being highly racial profile to her. It's not in my DNA to do that. We embrace people, and I know that some Black Americans also embrace people, but I pray that a lot of persons are also able to learn. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Am I making sense? Am I not making sense? Like I always say in my video, I stand a chance to be corrected. Wherever you see that I am saying the wrong thing, please correct me. I love to be corrected. You understand? Subscribe, like this video, drop me your comment, and lastly, do not forget to share if you have not. And yes, with no further ado, I do like always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you. Mwah.